Hi everybody, I'm Christy Forsyth with Clarity by Christy. I am a soul therapist and an intuitive that connects with the angelic energy, and I help the helpers, the healers, and the light bringers of this world to live their most magical life. So if that's you and you're watching on my YouTube channel, make sure you hit that like button below, but also the subscribe button so that you can get notifications for all the videos that I'm sharing here on this channel. And if you're watching on my Facebook and you haven't subscribed to my YouTube, make sure that you do that. I share different things over there sometimes, so it's really, really helpful to have you there and to have your support. And speaking of your support, I did want to highlight for those of you who are local or even just relatively local, if you have been on my YouTube channel or on my Facebook, you have noticed that I've talked a whole lot about this not so little event called Clarity Connects. Clarity Connects is the motivational speaking event that my former business partner and I, Nicole, created in order to create a platform that was us and that was the vision of what we wanted to create. And we are now in our sixth event, and that is going to be on September 24th. Now you have, let's see, so today is the 16th. You have 2 more days to get $10 off of your tickets. This is the highest discount we are going to give, so make sure that if you want your tickets, this is definitely a great time to get them if you want to get those at a discount. So you're going to use the code 10 off in the coupon code section if you are trying to save on tickets. I'll make sure that I try to put that in comments below so that you can access that, and links to be able to learn about the event and to get tickets and even to sponsor the event, because we are also currently looking for sponsors for our event. So I wanted to highlight that. If you want to learn more about that too, we have a detailed video over on my YouTube channel and on my Facebook page where Nicole and I break down the whole process of it, and we've been doing speaker announcements and we are continuing to roll those out. But without further ado, let's talk about the week's energy. So we're going to be talking about the collective energy, the energy that is impacting each and every one of us on some level, although those of us who are more energy sensitive are probably going to be feeling this more. So when I connected with the energy, the first thing that I heard was the harvest comes early. The harvest comes early, right? Because when we tend to think about the harvest, we think about the fall and harvest. And I really feel like this is a way of highlighting that there are some really beautiful gifts that are going to either be fully manifesting this week or showing signs of manifesting, or starting to sprout this week. So definitely keep an eye out for that. I think that there's a lot of magic, a lot of things to be hopeful about this week. And I also think it's kind of an intense week, I'll be honest with you as well. So I think that it's intense in that I feel that we're really sensitive right now, and there's a lot of energy that we are processing. And when I connected with this energy, part of what I felt like was specifically our nervous system is going to feel a bit overwhelmed at certain times this week. So you really want to treat yourself gently this week, okay? Because I do feel like we're gonna feel kind of more sensitive to things, more sensitive to energy, more sensitive emotionally. Maybe we already do, feeling just like we're maybe wanting to be around people a little bit less if we're feeling overwhelmed by the energy. I think that there's a lot of possibility for us to feel easily overwhelmed, I guess is what I want to say. So just really tuning into yourself, listening to yourself, and giving yourself what it is that you need. So if you're feeling overwhelmed, and part of what you're needing, I know when I'm overwhelmed, I need to go within, I need to spend time in my own energy, I need to take time to meditate and to walk and hike and do all of those things, because those help to balance me out. But whatever you need in order to make sure that you continue to stay in balance, you may find that interacting with other people, especially for those of us who are extra energy sensitive, we might have some trouble with that. We might be overwhelmed by circumstances that typically would not be overwhelming to us. So really thinking also about, where do I need to set some boundaries this week? This is not going to be a great week to go out and rescue everybody and try to fix everything for everyone, because you're going to find that you're going to feel, or chances are you're going to find that you feel really depleted on the other side of that. So just kind of keep that in check. Make sure that you are balancing yourself. Of course, it's okay to listen to yourself and what you need. So if you feel like, nope, this is what I need, is to be out there helping people, that's fine. But how do you help people in a way that feels balanced and that continues to honor what it is that you are and what it is that you need, you know? So really making sure that you're tuning in and listening to yourself. I also feel like, this is our last week here in Leo season, and I tend to really like this energy overall, although sometimes for me, it can be such a big energy that it feels overwhelming to my system, and I kind of feel like that's part of what's happening here. But I think there's a lot of opportunities to diffuse some of the energy through doing things that just feel fun to us, and specifically through laughter. So maybe incorporating a little bit more laughter into your life. This is not a week that you want to take yourself too seriously, although I think that we will feel kind of inclined to take ourselves too seriously. So we want to make sure that we're making sure that we're keeping it more lighthearted, that we're having fun, that we're laughing about things, that we're making jokes about things, that we are, it's almost like kind of like laughing at the ridiculousness of life, right? So even if stressful things are happening, can we kind of laugh about it and just like recognize, like, this is just so ridiculous? Or maybe start to kind of take notice of how ridiculous certain things in life are, just to keep it a little bit more lighthearted. Can we, watch movies that make us laugh? Can we hang out with people who make us laugh and it's lighthearted? This isn't going to be that week where you're going to want to like have these intense conversations with people, or really do a deep dive with people, because I think that it's going to be and feel a little bit too overwhelming. So whatever it is that you need to do, I also feel like diffusing some of this energy through physical activity is going to be really helpful. So whatever it is that you like to do for that. I think that in some ways too, part of what this energy is like, we can feel a lot shifting, we can feel a lot changing. There is, for some of us, this build up to these what I call tower moments. The tower is a tarot card, and it is a card that signifies a significant shift in our lives, sometimes in several areas of our lives. Sometimes it's a significant shift in our mindset, but I think that we can feel kind of parts being moved around and different things happening, where we're preparing for some things to be different, especially as we get out a little bit further into the fall. But I also think next week we're going to be feeling some more of those tower moments. I also think that we're being shown kind of where we need to make some changes. How it works is, if we're intuitively being shown, I need to make this change, I need to make this change, and we continue to ignore our intuition, the universe will bring into our lives an opportunity to clear it. So sometimes we will get that choice, and sometimes that choice will be made for us. So that's kind of the energy that I'm talking about, and we may be experiencing that this week, or it may be next week, or we're building up to that as we move out into the fall. Now, not everybody's going to have tower moments, of course, and sometimes that is just simply a shift in mindset where we just see things differently, because I do think that there are a lot of things that are happening with our perceptions right now, a lot of shifting, a lot of seeing things differently. So allow that process to happen. But whatever is happening, I think the important message here is, know that it's for your highest and best good, especially if it is happening to you. It is not happening to you, it is happening for you. And we may not see that in the moment, but how many times can we look back in our lives and say, thank God that thing that I wanted, I didn't get to have, or thank God that it worked out that way because it led me to this. It's that kind of an energy that's happening. So if we can do our best to just flow with this energy and go with the flow and let ourselves be guided and shown as to what's going to be the best path for us, what's going to be the best decision for us, because I do see us making some important decisions this week. I think that that's going to be really, really helpful if we can just kind of allow ourselves to go with the flow with all of that. I also feel like there's a lot of looking back on the past, a lot of reflecting on the past. And this is about helping us to change our perceptions, or to see things differently, or to heal something, or to work on releasing something, or to work on coming back to something and building upon it in a better energy. So that actually leads us to our cards, because we have this 5 of Cups, and that to me is this card. In fact, I'm pretty sure if it wasn't last week, it was the week before that we pulled this card. And the 5 of Cups can be about grief and looking back and processing things. But I heard the last time, and I heard it again this time, you have to go back to go forward. Okay, so there's something here that we have to take a look at, something that needs to be healed, something that needs to be addressed, something that needs to be worked on. And don't worry, you're going to be shown what that is. Your job is to just not ignore it, not push it away, but to let yourself process it, feel it, heal it, do the work around it. We also have this 6 of Pentacles, and this for me is showing up because I think that there are going to be unexpected blessings showing up into our experience, whether that is like a small, bonus at work, or somebody coming in with a special gift for us or something like that. But I also feel like this can be in the form of time and energy. So people showing up wanting to do something kind for us, or the people in general showing up in your life in a way that feels more reciprocal, especially for those people that have felt like, oh my gosh, I give and I give and I give and I do not ever receive. I think that there is kind of this energy of receiving here in some way, shape, or form. So your job is to just be open to receiving and let that flow in, but also recognizing where things aren't reciprocal in your life, where circumstances aren't giving you value anymore. You want to really only be putting your time and your energy into the things that have a solid return on your investment, okay, of your time, your energy, your money, whatever. So I see us kind of processing that and taking a look at that and figuring out what is going to be best. But at this particular time in the collective, we don't have time. We don't have time anymore to be giving and giving and giving and never feeling like it's a solid return on our investment. So definitely something to be thinking about. Then we have this, hi Jackie, we have this Wheel of Fortune card showing up. So this is about a shift. This is about a change. So this is what I'm talking about when I say that if things are happening to you, understand that it is happening for you, because this is a major shift. This is destiny stepping in to put us on our best life path. And I really feel like there are going to be some pretty destined moments this week where we are, connecting with the people that we are now destined to connect with, or we are being offered opportunities that we are destined to have, or maybe it's like even just laying that foundation that's leading us in the direction of our destiny. But I think that you may find that it's going to feel like a real shift in your luck. Your luck is changing for the better. But we also have to be willing to let go of some things with the Death card. And I see us as a collective being willing to do that, right? Kind of allowing ourselves old parts of ourselves that no longer align, that no longer connect, allowing that to just kind of go. We don't need to me, this is connected with specifically authenticity, right? We don't need to be anybody than we are. And now, can we always work on bettering ourselves and developing ourselves? Absolutely. We want to constantly be doing that, right? But at the same time, we don't want to pretend to be someone that we aren't, or feel like we need to continue to behave in a way that feels inauthentic to ourselves. And I see that being the thing that we're working on releasing here in this week is like, no, like this doesn't work for me, because it doesn't allow me to be who I am. And the right circumstances, the right people, the right situations are going to be in my life that are going to support my most authentic self, because that's where we're shifting as a collective. Three of Pentacles, I see some help coming in, and our job is to allow the help. I'm pretty sure I've pulled the Three of Pentacles a lot here in this month. So if people are volunteering to help you with something, allow it. You know, if somebody is wanting to work on something with you and that feels good and right to you, this is definitely a great time to do that. But I also, again, feel like in some ways, there's a little bit of an energy of all of the love that you've put out there, all of the goodness that you've put out there, all of the light that you've put out there is returning in some way. The Wheel of Fortune is also a really karmic card. And so I think that there is sort of some positive karma, or, you know, if you haven't been acting right, maybe some negative karma too. But some overall positive karma. I feel like it's an overall positive, joyful energy that we are connecting with. I see that coming in here with us. And so then we have, and these two cards popped out together. I mean, it doesn't get much better than this. We have the Ace of Pentacles and the Ten of Cups. This is my happy family card, my joyful life card. We're moving in a positive direction now. There is a beautiful energy, a beautiful gift from the universe in terms of money, finances, opportunity, time, something new and fresh coming in, or something that's coming in a renewed way that really is going to support us on that vision that we have for ourselves for a happy life, basically. And then we have the two cards from my Find Your Magic Oracle deck, which you can order via my website. So we have the Soul Connection card. Okay, so that might be the gift that's coming in some way. That might be a romantic relationship. That might be, a friendship. That could be even a soul connection job or opportunity, something that just aligns for you. Something that just feels right for you. But I'm really drawn to the words, you are now magnetizing. Okay, so you are now magnetizing. You're now calling in your soul family, your people, the opportunities that are wanting to come in. And I really feel like that comes with us being willing to be our most honest and authentic selves. And speaking of being our authentic selves, we're going to need to communicate about it, right? So if there's something that you've been thinking about communicating about, speaking your truth, expressing yourself, wanting to have a conversation that you know that you need to have, but you've put it off for a long time, this is a fantastic week to do that. As we get a little bit further out, we're going to be heading into Mercury retrograde again. So, keep that in mind. This is a better time to communicate it in whatever way you feel that you need to communicate it. But it's also a time to be open to communication, right? If people are wanting to communicate with us, this is an important time for us to be willing to listen and truly listen, not listening in a way that, we're feeling, we're just listening in a way that we can defend ourselves, but to truly listen to the messages that are coming out of each other's mouths, and to be able to support each other and come together. So those are your messages here for this week. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate you all. If these messages resonate at all for you, make sure you subscribe to my channel. Make sure you hit that like button, that heart button. I always love to hear from you guys in comments, and I always appreciate the shares if you feel called to, or tagging people below. However you feel called, that is always helping to support the channel and to get these messages wherever they need to be. Thank you so much, and I will see you soon with another video. Take care, guys.